See, the next topic we are going to discuss comparison between alkali metal and alkaline earth metal. So basically, alkali metals are soft and ductile in nature. So alkali metals are soft and ductile, while the alkaline earth metals are hard and brittle. So the first point of difference between alkali metal and alkaline earth metal is alkali metal is soft and ductile and alkaline earth metal is hard and brittle. See the next comparison. So alkali metals have low melting point and boiling point. Alkali metals have low melting point and boiling point, while because we know first ionization energy of alkaline earth metal is more and alkali metal is low. So basically, due to first ionization energy of alkali metal is low, it has low melting point and boiling point, while the alkaline earth metal has high melting point and boiling point. Also we can see in case of alkali metal, less packing efficiency. So less packing efficiency in case of alkali metals, less packing efficiency, while in the case of alkaline earth metal, high packing efficiency. We know packing fraction is more. Packing fraction is more. When packing fraction more means density is more. When packing fraction less means density is less. So when we compare the density, so alkali metal have low density while alkaline earth metal have high density. Again, because alkali metal have low ionization energy, hence alkali metal have low lattice energy, while alkaline earth metal have high ionization energy, therefore high lattice energy. So we have discussed about the 4 points in alkali metals and alkaline earth metal. So first point is alkali metals are soft and ductile, while alkaline earth metals are hard and brittle. Low melting point and boiling point of alkali metal because of low ionization energy. High melting point and boiling point of alkaline earth metal because of high ionization energy. Because of low packing fraction, less packing fraction, alkali metal have less density, while alkaline earth metal have high packing fraction. So due to high packing fraction, high density, and due to low ionization energy, it has low lattice energy. Due to high ionization energy, it has high lattice energy. Now we will discuss about the melting and boiling point of alkali metal and alkaline earth metal. See, first we compare the melting point and boiling point of alkali metals. See, when we discuss about alkali metals, the melting point of alkali metals first we discuss. As we know, in case of alkali metal, when we move from top to bottom, so basically on moving from top to bottom, size increases. Lithium has the smallest size and cesium has largest size. So on moving down the group, atomic size increases. And also we know packing is also decreases. So basically due to increase in the size, packing decreases. And when packing decreases, means voids become more. Packing of atoms is less efficient. Hence melting point and boiling point also decreases. So basically, in short, we can say when we move from top to bottom, due to increase in the atomic size, melting point and boiling point also decreases. So due to increase in the size, melting point, boiling point decreases. So lithium has the smallest size, means more melting point and boiling point. So we can say that lithium has the highest melting point, boiling point, and cesium has the smallest melting point and boiling point due to its large size. So in case of alkali metal, we can simple compare melting point and boiling point as inversely proportional to size. In case of alkali metal, when size is more, then melting point, boiling point is less for cesium. Cesium has less melting point, boiling point, while lithium has largest melting point and boiling point. Now in the similar way, for alkaline earth metal when we discuss, so basically we expect on the basis of alkali metal, top to bottom size increases. Size increases means melting point, boiling point decreases. The order should be like that. As we expect the order, beryllium has highest melting point, boiling point, while barium will have lowest. So we expect this order, but this order is wrong. Because in alkaline earth metal, the trend is irregular. So we have to learn the order of melting point and boiling point in case of alkaline earth metal. So you have to learn there. See, beryllium has more. So beryllium, after beryllium it should be magnesium, but instead of magnesium comes to last. Then order will same, calcium, strontium and barium. So always remember these two. According to expected order, first write the expected order. So we have written the expected order. Beryllium, due to small size, high melting point, boiling point. Barium, due to large size, low melting point, boiling point. So expected order is this, but trend is irregular. So write beryllium first, it will remain same. But magnesium, after beryllium, magnesium comes in expected order, but put the magnesium at last. Now the order will remain same. Beryllium is first, magnesium last, then calcium, strontium, barium. So this is the order of melting point. Also in the case of boiling point, write beryllium first and magnesium last. But here change the order. Then we put barium first. Then in case of boiling point, we put barium first due to large size. We put barium first, then calcium and then strontium. So you have to learn the there is only, you will see slight difference in the boiling point, while remain same. Beryllium first, magnesium last, beryllium first, magnesium last, calcium, strontium, barium, while in this case barium comes first, then calcium and then strontium. So this is the melting point order of alkaline earth metal, and this is the boiling point order of alkaline earth metal. Now we will discuss about the flame color. Then next property we are going to discuss about the flame color. See, flame coloration. So basically the flame color property is related to the excitation of electron. Is related to the excitation of electron. Note one point first. As we know, in case of beryllium and magnesium, the ionization energy is very high. In case of beryllium and magnesium. So basically flame color is due to excitation of electron. Flame color is due to excitation of electron. So basically loosely bonded electron excited more easily. While in case of beryllium and magnesium, in alkaline earth metal, as electrons are bounded with a very high energy to the nucleus. So basically due to high ionization energy of alkaline earth metal, beryllium and magnesium do not give color to the flame, because electrons are not excited here. Due to high ionization energy of beryllium and magnesium, hence beryllium and magnesium do not give flame test. So flame test is basically the excitation of electron. Now we will discuss about the flame color mechanism. See, so basically this is the atom, nucleus, and this is the electron which is bounded to the nucleus. So this electron will absorb energy. And when this electron absorb energy, it moves to the higher excited state. Energy. So this is the lower energy state. Now it get excited to higher energy state. Now when this electron is at higher energy state, means less stable, because at high energy there is less stability. So this electron will de-excite by itself. And gives color to the flame. Now we can see that. So basically electrons in the atom absorb energy from the flame. So this energy which the electron require for its excitation, it gets from the flame. So electron in an atom absorbs energy from the flame. So now electron excited to from lower energy to higher energy. So electrons are excited to higher energy levels, and we know that at higher energy levels there is less stability. So this electron will comes to ground state back to ground state. And when these electrons fall back to ground state, emit radiations. So emit radiations, and these radiations are of different wavelengths. So emit radiations of different wavelength. So basically when the electron is de-excited, return to ground state, it emits color as radiations of different wavelengths are observed. So this imparts color to the flame. So this is basically the flame color mechanism. Now see the color. You have to learn the color of metals in these cases. So basically in case of alkali metal, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, the color of lithium is crimson red. The color of lithium on flame test, it gives crimson red color, while sodium with flame test give golden yellow color, while potassium gives violet color, while rubidium gives red violet, and cesium gives blue color. Please remember the color of each and every element of alkali metals and alkaline earth metal. Lithium crimson red, sodium golden yellow, potassium violet, rubidium red violet, and cesium blue. Now see the color imparted to the flame test by alkaline earth metal. As we know, beryllium and magnesium do not give flame test. Why beryllium and magnesium do not give flame test? Due to their high ionization energy. So due to their high ionization energy, beryllium and magnesium do not give flame test. While these three elements give flame test. Calcium gives brick red color to the flame. Strontium gives dark red to the flame, and barium gives apple green to the flame. Now we will discuss about the next property, which is very important. The property is hydration of ions and ionization energy. So next topic is hydration related energy, which is we call hydration energy. So the first point we are going to discuss about hydration of ions. See, so basically the hydration of ions, when there is hydration of ions, the energy is released as there is formation of bond. So energy released in this process, the energy we call hydration energy. And this hydration energy is basically directly proportional to the charge and inversely proportional to the size. It means the more charge on the ions means more hydration energy. Small size, then again more hydration energy. Now we will discuss the hydration energy of alkali metal. First, as we know, hydration energy is proportional to charge by size. So when we compare the hydration energy of alkali metal, see, in case of alkali metal ions, lithium plus, sodium plus, rubidium plus, potassium plus, and cesium plus. As we can see that hydration energy is proportional to charge. Inversely proportional to size. When the charge is same, then hydration energy is compared by size. As we can see that as the charge on all metal ion is +1, means we have to look for size, and we know the size order. The size is basically lithium plus has smallest size, then sodium plus, then potassium plus, then rubidium plus, and then cesium plus. So largest size for cesium plus and smallest size for lithium. Small size, more hydration energy because charge is same. Charge is +1. So therefore we compare the hydration energy on the basis of size. Because lithium has the smallest size, hence high hydration energy. So lithium has highest hydration energy, then sodium, and cesium plus due to largest size will have smallest hydration energy. Now we will discuss the another case, the hydration energy for alkaline earth metals. See, in this case also we know hydration energy is proportional to charge. Hydration energy proportional to charge and inversely proportional to the size. We can see that in case of alkaline earth metals, the charge on all alkaline earth metal is same, which is +2 +2 +2 +2 +2. So the charge on each alkaline earth metal is same. And we know when charge is same, hydration energy is inversely proportional to size. Means a small size will have high hydration energy, and we know the size decreases from top to bottom. Size increases from top to bottom. So beryllium has a smallest size, barium have largest size. So smallest size will have high hydration energy. Therefore Be2 plus has highest hydration energy, and Ba2 plus will have least hydration energy. Now we will discuss the hydration. As we can see that lithium has the highest hydration energy, means lithium has the highest tendency of hydration. So lithium has the highest hydration energy. Now see for lithium plus. So we will discuss for lithium plus and for other elements. Now see the cases. See, we know lithium plus ion. As we know that lithium in ground state, when lithium is, then Z is equal to 3. Then Z is equal to 3. Now write the configuration 1s2 2s1, 1s2 2s1. We can see that the valence shell is basically, the valence shell is 2s1. See, we can see for second shell there is 2p orbitals also exist. So when electron is removed, as this is the ground state, so lithium in ground state, the electronic configuration is 2s1. While we removed the electron, it forms lithium plus ion, then electron from 2s is removed. Now we can see that, so 2s orbital become vacant, and also for second shell we have p orbital also, 2p orbital also, which is vacant. So basically 2s and 2p, but there is no 2d orbital because 2d does not exist. So now we have how many orbitals vacant? 1 2s orbital and 3 2p orbitals. Now we can see that these orbitals will intermix and form 4 hybrid orbitals. Now we have 4 hybrid orbitals and vacant orbitals. Now we have 4 hybrid orbitals and vacant orbitals. When these orbitals undergo hybridization, they form 4 orbitals. Now we can see that water is basically act as a ligand. Water acts as a ligand because water has electron pair. So water can donate its electron pair to the vacant orbital. So this orbital is occupied by the lone pair of water. Hence water can form bond with lithium. Then again next water molecule donates its electron pair and form bond. Now again next water molecule will donate electron pair and form bond. Again next water molecule will donate bond and form bond. So basically we can see that 4 water molecules are attached to lithium, due to 4 vacant orbital. So basically this is the hydrated form of lithium. So we have seen that the hydrated form of lithium. So lithium can hydrated with maximum of 4 water molecules because only 4 vacant orbitals are there. So in these orbitals only 4 water molecules can donate its electron pair. So lithium after hydration form the compound having coordination number 4, LiS2O4 plus. Now see for the other elements. So for other elements are basically except lithium plus, sodium plus, potassium plus, rubidium plus and cesium plus. See in these cases. Now we can see ground state electronic configuration valence. We can see neon 3s1 as atomic number is 11, neon 3s1. So valence shell electron is present in the 3s orbital. Now the electron is removed, it converts into Na plus. So first excited state. This is the first excited state. Now 3s is vacant, and we know in third shell there is 3p orbital also exists and 3d orbital also exists. So 3s vacant, 3p vacant and 3d vacant. Now Now the 6 orbitals, one 3s orbital, and 3 3p orbital, and 2 2 3d orbital. So basically these orbitals undergo hybridization and forms 6 equal energy orbitals. After hybridization. Now we can see that now how many water molecules can attach with these elements, as all these elements will have 3s orbitals. So all these elements will have vacant orbitals 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, so they can use its vacant orbital. For the formation of bond. While lithium cannot use its vacant orbital d, because 2d does not exist. Hence the coordination number of lithium is 4 only in this compound, and this is the hydrated form of lithium. While in the case of other elements like sodium plus, potassium plus, rubidium plus, and cesium plus, they have vacant d orbital also. So d orbital also part in the hybridization. So now we can see that now 6, due to hybridization, 6 vacant orbitals. It means 6 water molecule then donates its electron pair. 6 water molecule can donate its electron pair. So we can see that here coordination number is 6. So this is the difference in the tendency of hydration of lithium and other alkali metals. Now see the points. See. So basically the first point is, during hydration we have seen, during hydration water molecule donates electron to the vacant orbitals of metal ion to form coordinate bond. As we have seen that for case of lithium is attached to 4 water molecules. So basically when water molecule donates its electron pair to the metal ion, it forms coordinate bond, 4 coordinate bonds. While other elements like sodium we have discussed NaH2O6. So in this case 6 water molecule donates its electron pair to the 6 vacant orbital of Na plus and form coordinate bond. So the first point is, during hydration water molecule donate electron pair to the vacant orbital of metal ion and form coordinate bond. Now see, lithium can exhibit a coordination number of 4. So it can attach with only 4 water molecule. Why? Because in case of lithium there is no vacant d orbital. So due to non-availability of vacant d orbital, because 2d orbital does not exist. Now see, due to non-availability of vacant orbital, lithium can bind with only 4 water molecules and exist in the form of LiH2O4+. So due to non-availability of the vacant d orbital, lithium can form only 4 bonds with water molecules. While for other alkali metals, due to the presence of vacant d orbital, they can exhibit coordination number of 6, because 6 water molecules can be exist. For sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, due to vacant d orbital, they can bind with 6 water molecules. Now see the case of similar hydration tendency for the beryllium and magnesium, calcium and strontium for alkaline earth metals. Now see the cases for alkaline earth metals. See, now we are going to discuss for alkaline earth metals. Hydration tendency in alkaline earth metal. So now we are going to hydration tendency in alkaline earth metal. See, the first alkaline earth metal we are going to discuss is beryllium. As we know, the electronic configuration of beryllium is 1s2 2s2, because atomic number is 4. So the electronic configuration of beryllium is 1s2 2s2, atomic number is 4, Z is equal to 4. Now see, as we can see the valence shell electronic configuration of beryllium. The valence shell electronic configuration of beryllium is 2s2. So this is the ground state. So 2 electrons are present in the 2s orbital. Now beryllium is converted into beryllium 2+ ion. So now these 2 electrons are removed. Now 2s becomes vacant, and also second shell have vacant p orbital. Second shell have vacant p orbital. Now these two orbital undergo hybridization. So these two orbital undergo hybridization and forms 4 orbitals of equal energy, which we call hybrid orbital. Now these orbitals are called hybrid orbitals, having equal energy and identical in all respect. Now water molecule can donate its electron pair and form coordinate bond. So this is basically beryllium 2+. See, so these 4 orbitals are of metal ion, beryllium 2+. Now water can donate its electron pair to the vacant orbital, forming one coordinate bond. Again, the next water molecule will again donate its electron pair. Again, water molecule donates its electron pair. Again, water molecule donates its electron pair and form coordinate bond. So basically, beryllium plus ion, 2+ ion, is surrounded by how many water molecules? Through 4 water molecules through coordinate bond. So the coordination number in this case, is 4, because 4 water molecules are attached. So coordination number cannot be 6 for beryllium. Why? Because we know the coordination number for beryllium cannot be 6 because 2d orbital do not exist. 2d orbital do not exist. So due to non-availability of vacant d orbital, beryllium can exhibit coordination number of 4 only. It do not show coordination number of 6 due to non-availability of vacant d orbital. Now we will discuss the rest cases. See, for magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So first we will discuss about the magnesium. As we know, magnesium atomic number is 12. So ground state electronic configuration is neon 3s2. So valence shell is third shell. The electrons are present in the third shell. So 3s shell, 2 electrons are there. Now the excited state. So 2 electrons are removed. Now 3s is vacant. 3s orbital is vacant, and we know in third shell 3s, 3p and 3d, all orbitals can exist. So there is availability of vacant 3p orbital and 3d orbital also. So now we can see that after removal of electron, 3s is vacant, 3p orbital is vacant and 3d orbital is also vacant. So now these orbitals 1 plus 3 plus 2, so these 6 orbitals undergo hybridization and forms sp3 and forms sp3d2 hybridization. So now we have 6 orbitals. 1 3s and 3 3p and 2 3d. So there are 6 orbitals, 1 2 3 4 5 6 of equal energy, because these are hybrid orbitals. Now in this orbital, electron pairs are donated by water. So now in this electron pair are donated by water molecules. So 6 vacant orbitals are there. Therefore 6 water molecules will donate. its electron pair to the metal ion and form coordinate bond. So these Mg 2 positive, Ca 2 positive, Sr 2 positive and Ba 2 positive will have the coordination number 6. Why they can show coordination number of 6? Due to availability of the vacant d orbital. They can use d orbital. So by using d orbital, so 6 water molecules can form 6 coordinate bond with the central metal atom and show hydration of 6. So this is the coordination of MH2O6. For example, we can see MgH2O6 2 positive. So in today's class, we have discussed all about the flame test, flame color, hydration of ions and hydration energy. If charge is same, then hydration energy compared by the size, and we have compared the hydration energy of lithium plus, while rest of the elements, lithium can hydrated with only 4 water molecules, while other can hydrated with 6 water molecules by using its d orbital. Also, we have discussed about the case of hydration energy for alkaline earth metal also. In alkaline earth metal, beryllium, first element, can coordinated with only 4 water molecule, coordination number of 4 only, because it has non-availability of vacant d orbital, while the other alkaline earth metal can show coordination number of 6 by using its vacant d orbital.